Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rational Wrestling Mark YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Now, today's topic, I want to talk about IYO SKY. I want to talk about how IYO SKY should beat Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. I don't know when that match is going to take place. I'm assuming it's going to be Backlash, or it could be on a Raw. It don't matter, but what I want to talk about and basically just throw out there is that IYO SKY should be the one to beat Bianca Belair. Now, that sounds insane to say that, right? It would be a very bold move if they had IYO SKY beat Bianca Belair for the title, considering Bianca Belair has been champion for over a year. She's been given a John Cena-like push, right? And for the women, that's pretty impressive to receive that type of booking consistently. But it seems that Bianca has no more challengers left. That, she has no competition. Basically, nobody's really on her level. But what if they pulled an upset? What if they pulled a swerve on all of us and had IYO SKY of Damage Control be the one to beat Bianca Belair? That itself would be a huge upset. It would be unexpected. I think a lot of people would enjoy that. It's definitely not impossible for that to happen. Because if there's anybody that can be on Bianca's level in terms of in-ring ability, athleticism, you have to argue that IYO SKY is on her level in terms of in-ring ability and athleticism. IYO SKY has that, But unfortunately, she has been damaged by Damage Control, because we all know Damage Control as a whole group has backfired. It has backfired tremendously. For months now, it has been irrelevant. All members of the group are just irrelevant. It's not doing any favors for none of the women, and they're not getting over. It's just, just the truth. They're just not getting over with Damage Control. And my whole thing was what I envisioned. You have IYO SKY beat Bianca Belair, right? It'll be this major upset. And the way I see this panning out, right? You saw the look on Bayley's face, right? When IYO SKY, she won that triple threat match a week ago. And you saw how Bayley was low-key hating on IYO SKY when she won. She didn't look too happy, but she tried to fight. She tried to fight her real emotions. Like, she was pretending to be happy for IYO SKY that she won. But really, she was the one that wanted to be in that match and fight Bianca. So they're definitely teasing tension and breaking up Damage Control, which is bound to happen. It's bound to happen around the draft. But here's how I think they should break up Damage Control. And they need to do it in a way where it is impactful for all the women involved. So you have IYO SKY. She beats Bianca Belair. That's right. She beats Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. And they can set it up in a way where how they did Evolution back in the day, where, Randy Orton, how Randy Orton defeated, Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, right? 2004, which was unexpected at the time because we didn't expect Randy Orton to win the World Championship so soon in his career. You would always expect Triple H to get his world title back because he's the leader of Evolution. Well, in Damage Control situation, Bayley's pretty much the leader of that faction, and you would think she's the one that would get the title shot, right? But IYO SKY is the one that gets the title shot, and she's the one that faces Bianca, and she winds up beating Bianca Belair, something that Bayley couldn't do or Dakota Kai couldn't do. So that right there would already create some jealousy amongst them, and they can do it in a way where how Triple H and Batista and Ric Flair, they turned on Randy Orton the night after he won the world title, right? They attacked him, they beat him down. It was like an Evolution betrayal, right? It was a betrayal, and IYO SKY wins the Raw Women's Championship. She celebrates with the title. Next night on Raw, Dakota Kai and Bayley are pretending like they're happy for IYO SKY, but the entire time they're plotting to turn on IYO SKY. They're plotting to take her out and betray her. And I can see this being a Evolution type betrayal for IYO SKY from Damage Control. So in my opinion, how I'm looking at things, it would just make sense to do it that way. Not saying they would do it, but if you really want to get the most out of Damage Control, that's how you go. That's the way to go. So not only do you get Bayley, Dakota Kai over, they beat down their friend, their ally, after they just won the Women's Championship, but now you're getting IYO SKY over as a strong babyface. Not only she's a champion, not only did she beat Bianca Belair, but now she's given a lot of babyface momentum after being betrayed by Bayley, Dakota Kai. So, you get her over by doing that. And also, you put heat on Dakota Kai and Bayley. So now they go after IYO SKY, right? It just reminds you of the Evolution betrayal, And Randy Orton at that time was unexpected to win that world title. It can be the same situation with Damage Control where IYO SKY unexpectedly beats Bianca Belair. So that's how I see them setting up this whole championship match. Whenever they do have it, I think they're going to have it at Backlash. And if they do, IYO SKY should win. Fuck it. I think at this point, Bianca Belair has held on to that title long enough. There's nothing that you can do with Bianca Belair as the Raw Women's Champion. You've done everything they could do with her as champion. You've seen everything. You've seen the matches she could have with everybody. And, it's time to take the belt off of her and give somebody else a chance to have a run with that belt. And what better way to do that than to have IYO SKY, someone that's unexpected, beat Bianca, who hasn't been really taken that much serious since, coming to the main roster after SummerSlam. But if this is the way, if you're going to break up Damage Control, this is the way to do it. This is the way to break up Damage Control by getting IYO SKY over as a babyface, while at the same time you bring back heat on Bayley and Dakota Kai, and now it's just those two against IYO SKY. So that's how I see things panning out. Those are my predictions, my thoughts. Personally, I think IYO SKY should beat Bianca Belair. it would be a major upset. Nobody would see it coming. Everybody would expect, IYO SKY to lose, to, be the next challenger that Bianca Belair beats, right? But if you want to pull up an upset post WrestleMania, that's the way to do it. Have IYO SKY beat her. And they can do that. It's not going to hurt Bianca. If she loses to IYO SKY, it's not going to hurt Bianca. Bianca hasn't lost a match in over a year. So really, her losing doesn't hurt her character. It will be her first loss in over a year. For the women, that's pretty impressive. But for Asuka, she did the exact same thing too in terms of being undefeated. So, that's just my thoughts on IYO SKY and her challenging for the women's championship. IYO SKY is probably the most talented woman on the roster. Definitely more charismatic, definitely has more personality, it seems. And if they wanted to, they could get her over. And I think the fans are ready to cheer for IYO SKY and get behind her, It's something to think about. Not saying it would happen, but it should. And I don't see why not. They got to do something, man, to get people invested, in their women's division. Right now, the women's division, it's just not cutting it. Simple as that. The women's division right now just seems irrelevant, boring, trash. It needs a refresher. It needs some freshen up. And the best way to do that, break up Damage Control after IYO SKY wins and beats Bianca Belair for the title. That would definitely shake things up, especially with the draft coming up. So that being said, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think? Do you think IYO SKY should beat Bianca Belair? And thank you guys for watching. This is the Rational Wrestling Mark, also known as the Rational Wrestling Viewer. And I'm out. Peace.